Hey everyone.
Hello.
So we wanted to give you guys some updates. We've decided to do things a little more real time. What we have going on right now is I have started my 4th round of IVF. Yay! So what does this mean? I have done 3 rounds of IVF previously. And of those 3 rounds, we got 3 embryos after all of our embryos were chromosomally tested. We had 3 embryos that were chromosomally sound. We have used 2 of them, and unfortunately, neither has given us a living child. We lost our daughter at 20 weeks in April of 2018, and then we lost our twin boys at about 15, just shy of 15 weeks in December of 2018. So while we have one left, we decided that we would actually do an egg retrieval before we did another implantation. This is because we like to front load, meaning we ideally sort of have all of our embryos ready to go for when we need to implant. A lot of it has to do with my age. I'm not old, but my eggs are, or I should say they're getting old. Given that, we just decided, just in terms of timing and everything, that it made more sense to get a few more, hopefully, get a few more chromosomally sound embryos before we do any more implantation. So that's where we are today. So I've just started the shots, which is about 10 to 12 days of shots. I started that yesterday. My doctor's putting me on a pretty aggressive treatment because we're obviously trying to get as many as possible, and I really don't really care about discomfort. I've actually told her the bigger the better. So I'm hoping in the next 10 to 12 days, I look like a blowfish. You know, I think about it a little bit and I say, obviously, I would have loved if our girl had been, you know, compatible with life. I obviously wish our twin boys were here too, but that is not an option that we have. So I sort of look at this as, rather than, I can't believe we're doing this, this is so bogus that we have to go through this, I think actually I'm looking at it a lot more positively that, first of all, we're even given the opportunity to do this. A lot of people don't have the ability to do IVF, and we do. And so for that, I'm really grateful. And also, I feel like we really want children. And we're gonna do everything we can to try and do that and fight for those children. And this is one way of being able to do that. And so I'm looking at this as, this is great. You know, wow. Let's get this started.
I'm grateful for this opportunity as well, and I am grateful that you are taking this approach to it because you are the one who has to physically endure everything. It's always been kind of strange for me because I just kind of stand there. Really the only thing that I have done is I hand you a tissue at the at the end to stop your bleeding abdomen. That's really the only role that I have filled. So you're the one who's having to go through everything physically, and you would have every right to complain and just talk about the pain and focus on the negative. You would be totally within your right, and almost I would almost expect for you to sort of take that approach. And the fact that you are just seeing it from a completely different perspective, I'm just in awe of you. Selfishly, it makes things a little easier for me. It's hard enough to watch you have to continually stick needles into your body, but it does make things a little more tolerable that you have this sort of attitude toward everything. And so I am grateful for that. I am grateful for you, and like you, I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm also looking forward to documenting our story more in real time. It's been really helpful over the last month or so for me to start publishing videos about what's been going on over the last few years and what happened with the twins. So it felt a little strange for me as we shifted our focus and started this new chapter with this 4th round of IVF to kind of go back into my shell.
Right.
And kind of go back to living in secrecy and not telling people what's going on. So I was really happy when you suggested that we just be transparent and do this, more on a day-to-day basis. I think that's going to be a really big help for me.
No, I do too. And I also think that through all of this entire experience, Brent and I are constantly sort of amazed at how amazing our support system has been, from family, both immediate and extended, friends from all walks of our lives. And rather than always having to share with people when something goes wrong, we actually sort of want to share when we're on sort of more positive journeys as well. So it's time to start letting people in to more. So it's pretty exciting. So here's to becoming a blowfish. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing.
A swing, a bada bada swing.
Good sound check.